beg you, to be saying on national radio is a disgrace to you. You shouldn't have accepted that. I expected you to rebut what you said. But it is true. You know how money? You are living by begging, and you acknowledge it. Stanton was very boastful to say, LeBron don't know why. You know, during the second round, I had a press conference that all my insulin battle boss. My insulin battle did not boss. Let me appreciate all the nurses, the doctors. Right after my press conference, I received insulin that can serve me for 2 years. Then I came to myself, I said, LeBron need me, I must stay here. I'm not going to call names, but I appreciate all of you people that call me, all the nurses, all the doctors. People drove to this place to bring me insulin because they wanted me here so we can have a change. Those are the people I'm talking for. I'm not talking for what I said in America. Who the one you say, I let my good job in America to come where you're not doing no good job. You better take them for change my language. You're not doing no good job in America. They were pushing cartoon like other people and cleaning all people like other people. Why you can't stay there and do your good job? Why you? What can I baby? What can I get money? Yeah, you got your first man. You got your first man. You got first kid. So just get to ask Boakai, we got the money. Yes. And I got no right to ask Boakai, baby. Huh? But now, president, anything you people already know, please get the money from me. No. And that's supposed to be that. How is it be? And that's supposed to be that. How is it supposed to be? And you cannot get no right to Boakai. You must give me the money I can, or either where you get the money from, and blah 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 blah. Wow, Boakai say what you got. So I just for money didn't get it very soon. Yes, the trouble they want for that ass ball. That ain't any very. But who now in the country? I tell it there. But people can be happy when you get me saying that thing. It can make the leaders very.
With 2 phones, the sister that US were in a way, true. I take it. The reason I took the item from the EPS, man, like, oh, man, to send me on the operation to do it. My friend, boyfriend, nobody arrest me. When I took the EPS, man, phone was in suspect for in the hotel. Oh, man, to a girlfriend already waiting for me, was that child a weapon laying in here. I get a weapon too. And the truth I'm telling you, I say everything. I never
didn't mean to kill your brother. You know that's war. I'm sorry, man. I beg you. Forgive me. No, don't just go like that. I beg you. Satan. I killed your brother out of madness. But please, I will be able to play the brother for you. Didn't mean to kill your brother. You know that's war. I'm sorry, man. I beg you. Forgive me. No, don't just go like that. I beg you. Satan. I killed your brother out of madness. But please, I will be able to play the brother for you. I'm not able to do everything that your brother can do. But I will stand there whenever you need a brotherly counsel. Whenever you need a brotherly protection, try to call on me. I beg you, please. It's the toughest movement in my life to see somebody who I hurt in the past. She's still crying. I killed her brother. Where's she going? I shot him and, chopped him dead. Now, when she reminded me, I felt so evil. I killed their brothers, killed their sisters, raped them, crippled them. They are right not to forgive me.
That's why you have to protect it. If they think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. We're not going to allow that to happen. That's why you.
Okay. Knowing that 2023, you'll be tired. You could have a good heart, a good everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end. You're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he said, he said, when you win, you run for one term. He said, I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else. These things could happen behind the scenes. So I supported Joseph Boakai, knowing that by 2023 he'll be tired. Okay. Knowing that 2023 he'll be tired, he could have a good heart, a good everything good, but the brain is going down. You're not holding the end, you're moving down the hill. This is nature. My father, right now, I buy him paper. Every day I gotta buy a paper. There's a man who bought me paper before. Mm-hmm. I'm buying paper now because the time has reached. So I thought the old man could be president in 2017 and run for this. And he said, he said, when you win, you run for one term. He said, I agree with him. 2023, no, I disagree. In my mind, he should rest, find somebody else.
I know the EPS man, and he said the EPS man, I'm friendly, he can go into a
Thank you very much. So if you
all of them, and I see that he even carry me in the fence to go walk around, trying to go to the president area away. Carry me on my first time to enter in the fence, carry me there, and not my one, me and girlfriend carry there. My parents in Kakatan Power, small my mother passed away, and my father now half here when he lives in Pakopi. Our now with my parents when they said they had our in Ghana, that Ghana they go arrest, but when they think have the person will arrest me,
let's be speaking to thank you very much. So if you following, just tell us say you following and they play you here and or you there. So Mr. Thank you very much. Hello again.
How are you, Jira?
Yeah, we understand that you two verse were Yaka Kolba. What happened?
Thank you very much. You know what happened?
No.
One thing is that me, to say I know ABC.
Yeah.
I will be good. I will be good. Yaka Kolba.
What happened?
Thank you very much.
Well, Yaka Kolba that your man. What happened?
Yes, you know what happened?
No.
The old man, let's get the old man gets more. One thing that we offer the battle for the old man.
Okay.
You get me clear?
Yeah.
But you might not be too hard on the paper.
But you are hard on Paul. Why you think you can be hard?
I will tell you, man, you know what happened, Gideon?
No.
You know what happened?
No.
They decided that to the money have a best spent over there. He said, what pay get the money from? They come from your pocket like government money?
Yeah, well,
the old man now you power here. Can you tell me you start you want to honor the paper? Honor the paper?
You want to order the paper?
Yes. Why me? Why me?
Now order, he said with the memo show where he told the money from.
But like pocket money, they come from your pocket, like brown money.
Oh.
I want to ask you because you are like brown money.
Okay, but in your man now, where the man told the money from? Now why you go call brown one?
The old man, let me tell you something, yeah? The old man, he have money. But when I show you set off.
Yeah, but why you think you go call brown now get right to ask you what play he told that money?
He doesn't ask the old man. The old man has said the company before. And number two, he had money before. That is get clear?
Yeah.
Please, I want to tell you, you must please calm down small.
You must calm down?
You must calm down small. You must not be hard on the paper. You know, when I empower you, I'm not the idea tomorrow, tomorrow, and I'll love it, that's the cast.
So you must be careful.
You must be careful, very, very careful. And for me, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go.
Yeah, but the men that represented and you elected.
Oh, man, I will tell you plain blank that. That man is that with the paper. Please, I beg you. He can say you can't come back rule. But me and one of the men that I'm hard more la myself.
But when you say that kind of thing next time, what you will do? Because he say anytime you talk to Joseph Boakai, you will not even answer he will talk to Joseph Boakai back. I mean, he say anytime you talk to him, you tell him any bad thing.
Yeah.
He will not talk to you. Thank you very much. What you will do? You will say the same bad thing to Joseph Boakai.
But I mean, when I was asking tonight, why the man is a son man?
Yeah, but you asked me that question, but me an American man.
Okay, thank you very much. You know happy? You know happy? You don't come by your mokanda until that man is a son man. Can you imagine the people that power you? You don't honor the people that where you get the money from?
Yeah, he said the money the papa spent is too plenty, so the papa must.
But it's not coming for your pocket. The people that is in agency, you not the count. Tell me now, my man. Tell me now. May be all hard on the paper. Let you get the paper chance. Me, I will be in Monova.
You will be. That's why I wanted to ask you. You will go to a hall and tell you to be careful.
I'll be in Monova different tomorrow. But what power get me clear?
Yeah.
And must say I'll be wishing for me to see in Monrovia because you must have went together.
Yeah, I will go, but I will not go tomorrow.
Yeah, it will not be tomorrow. But anyway,
yeah. Anytime they see me,
thank you very much. You get me clear?
Yeah.
So let you take that with the paper, yeah. But you tell me, now you take power, you. The old man now is my uncle. Is a fully person. You come up with your own time.
So, but what happened? You were not versed with Yaka Kulba when he used to talk about Opom, but he just talks more about Joseph Boakai than you. Somebody want. Yeah, they have to get. Thank you very much.
No, let me guess more.
Yeah, I was asking you some kind of question. I say, when Yaka Kulba used to be talking about George Weah, talking all kind of things there.
Yeah.
You were not saying anything.
Yeah, man. I read here, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you were not used to get vexed, and you were here. You were looking at Yaka Kulba. He used to talk all kind of things about Opom.
Yes.
What happened? He just talk one thing about Joseph Boakai, then he vexed like that.
Enough, what about that? Like the winning party were on.
No, so when you want the winning party do party the Monaton.
Oh, wait, now I want to ask you a question. Get me clear?
Yeah.
I told you from the beginning. I said, Joe, he was now a bar man. He was looking at alligator, the thing that was behind him, like this for Joe. I told you fair blame. Get me clear? Okay. But now the people in power, so you're going to go back and small, yeah?
So any money he use, nobody more.
No, I have own money. Let me now. He said, tell Richard in a drawer here. Well, you don't let the show.
You don't want that one.
But man, as for me, I got monitor people. The old man is a very poor and calm man. So one day, Papa just told the money and just starts spending it as he really want to spend the money. Because Papa is a very smart man. And so one day, the money is there. He know how to use the money.
But he said he got
we are having an election here. We see more there. Papa is a smart man. Papa is do economic. Number two,
you do economic?
Yes, if Papa got the quota at heart before you can spend money somewhere. You know you spend that money there. Thank you very much. So God bless you. You know?
Okay. Yeah, before you go now, tomorrow you'll be going. Why you have to tell your people that are watching you now? Because you have Eddie Harris, you have Francis H. Baye. Most of them already, Matthew Bazzi there, and Marco Bosson, all of them watching you. You have Layi A. Kane, all of them.
From where? From Monrovia?
Most of them from Monrovia. See, Dwight Dennis, all of them watch.
Didn't mean to kill your brother. You know that's war. I'm sorry, man. I beg you. Forgive me. No, don't just go like that. I beg you. Sir.
Already happy.
I kill your brother out of madness, but please, I will be able to play the brother for you. I'm not be able to do everything that your brother can do, but I will stand there whenever you need a brotherly counsel, whenever you need a brotherly protection. Try to call on me. I beg you, please.
Of you, wherever you are, it's great joining us tonight right here on this very tide. And so we are grateful to the Almighty God that we are here beaming with life and that of good health. And so no matter what the circumstances are, we are certainly getting there. With God being on our side, with no fear nor favor, we are certainly getting there. Welcome to the program Face the Issues. On the program Face the Issues, we don't discuss personalities, but issues involving personalities. But when personalities do their thing in front of those issues, we don't in any way hesitate, but rather we tear you apart. And normally and usually because of the pain that we attend tearing you apart, we just tell you sorry. But that sorry does not in any way means that we regret our actions. Never, ever do we regret our actions. So we are very much happy and honored and grateful to the Almighty God that we are here to end this week's edition of the program Face the Issues. And let me say thanks to all of you for your prayers, your support, that you continue to render us for the sake of you. Because it's all about our country. And we are very happy that at least we are certainly getting there. Liberia is wishing to a place now where people will know their rights. And knowing your rights and advocating for your rights are two different things. You may know your rights, but you're scared. Right? There are people who know their rights. Who told you most of the things and be happy people don't know their rights? It's just that courage to step up to speak. That's what they're not able to do. But thank God we are breeding up people in this country who will be able to challenge people like us. That's the kind of society that we are building. That you will look at AB and say, AB, the thing you thought the last time a lie. I did my own research. I did SYZ, the thing that you thought a lie. That the kind of people that we want to see that can stand up to people and then, have knowledge of what they think. And like I said, I always told you that Jesus is my own mentor. And that's why for every question the disciples asking, he asks them back, what is your own thinking first before I say because what you think matters. You don't just come and ask me a question and be passing around. No. What is your own capacity of thinking about what you think? It's very important. So don't be asking me like you scared or you shame or whatever. Jesus will always put it back to them to take away that fear. Because some of them, they may know the answer, but they're asking him out of fear because it shouldn't come from them before it be looking like the bad thing they're talking. So you will put it right back to them and tell them, say, what do you think? What is your thinking? I want to get that part. Say something. You should have an idea as to why you're asking me this question in the first place. What is your thinking? That's your thinking I want to know. He builds up their confidence. He gives them the courage to speak out. Say it. What you think? Don't be ashamed and be arguing like you're scared, whatever it is. And that's what I love about Jesus Christ. You always put it back to them and then they say, what you think? That's your thinking. Your thinking matters in the whole thing. What are your thoughts? That in that way, you're trying to make people to understand that they should be able to speak out. And that's the kind of society that we are in now. And it will be difficult. And we are reaching a stage now where many people knowing the truth, because the number of persons who voted in these elections and believe in us in the election, it means that we have a significant number of people who believe in the truth in this country now. I'm really convinced that people are not gullible the way it used to be. No. Significant number of people have really grappled with the truth and they believe that the truth is what we always tell. So we are here. And I'm very happy that we are here together. And let me say hats up to all of you great people online, my fantastic students. Hats up to all of you. And that animal farm story, I will give you all exam inside. You're going to pass it. Because the thing I explain here, some of you, what they call it when I get exam, you should pass. The only person who is excused from taking exam in this class from online is Matilda Stevens. She's a class prefect. She's exempt. So that the enjoyment there when you become president, you can enjoy some free thing. So as a result, her own grades then will go meet her in front. So she's not taking part in the exam because she already president. So president, they can't take too much. We're not going to try the president. The president is exempt. The rest of the other people, Nina Quill and Nancy Jordan, the rest of the other people, any other student, Unbreakable K, man, what's up? All of y'all will take the test here. Yeah. And the problem that all of y'all will take the test. We'll make sure that y'all take the test so that y'all will pass. Any other student will sit the test with the exception of the class prefects. And the class prefects does not have deputy. That's the problem to it. And for you to become class prefects deputy, you must meet the prof and then give the prof something. And I think that I want for you to give me to buy that space. It's not easy. For you to buy that space. To get be deputy, now smart to you. For you to buy that space. Hey, my class people can buy a job. Me and I get time for that thing. In the class here, before you become anybody, you got to pay. That's the problem. So the class we can sell a position. So we'll sell some of the position, we'll sell some of the position to you people so that that they cannot turn down the problem need to survive. They cannot turn down the problem need to survive. So we'll sell some. And to you people, look at this student. I try and Sissy love Destiny Victor. She said that one ain't fair. Who told you? Who told you? You think to get that position, Matera got, you think that was small position there? You know how she managed to get it before what it got. She will not take the test. She even want for me to give her take one test. I will give it to her. She will carry it home. But Jada, when she bring in the take-home test back, then she will put small thing behind it. And the problem about take-home test. Take-home test now free. Don't teacher there when they giving you take-home test now free. You must put something inside the test and bring it back. So either she agrees, since she want to be clever person and prove a point, she must agree to the take-home test. That one, I get a problem with it. When you're taking the test home, then you put something inside. Or all of your students, since I'm making her free, then I'll get all of your take-home tests. All of y'all will get your take-home test. And each person, when you come back, you will put something inside the test, then you bring it. And the thing you will put inside, that will determine the grading system for you. And I'm going to tell you the specific thing you put in the paper. Anything I give you for you to carry home a take-home test. The way you will put in there, the how will mark your paper. Anything you put in the paper, the how will mark your paper. So the highest bidder will get good mark. Whatever it is. When you really put good money there for true, really something inside the test for true. I will just borrow your paper up and then take my good money from inside and then just put it one side, just put 100 straight. I gotta hear my head because what kind of life do you so well? Anybody who might get out take-home test to go do the animal farm test and you coming back, then you go put ego inside. Then I say the ego has learned it. I will grab the ego and just grab your paper. Just put 100 to 100 inside and put it on outside there and finish with it. So, and when you put small money inside, the time and energy I will take on your paper to really mark the T. Even when you mark T and the T not straight, I will deduct points and all. You know, there's some way that you can mark some paper. You will deduct points and all inside it because the kind of money that you spend now. So when you bring out one there, I will. What's up, my man? Evidence. When you put small money, that one will look for shades. I will look for some of those shades then with the good lenses that can really pierce through and identify T and identify R. Anything that don't resemble the dot, I will deduct points on it. But soon as you bring good thing to me, forget it. Whether you now cross the T, I will cross the T for you. And you know what I to say C and you put U, I will turn that U into C for you so that your paper will be correct. That will be doing it in this country. God, this country. Anyway, that's the class. That's the kind of class that we eat. So a test taker, you all will determine which one you want. I don't take one test or the real test. So I will get your hard test. And if you are allowed a hard test, a different story again by yourself. You allow a hard test, a different story. Don't let me give hard test to you. Forget it, you finish. You will even pass. Either you prefer the take-home test, where highest bidder get highest grades, that how you operate. So I will put all the people there together. What kind of class teacher will be doing that kind of thing? So listen, student who gets studied, they will reach, they will really pass. Look at the lazy one and say they like it like that. Look at Emma Jallo says, she says she like it like that. Look at that good thing that you like. No problem. We'll talk behind the scene when you like it like that. No problem. But some of the tests there, if you want a finting test, I can give you the finting test though. I got some of the tests for finting purpose. So now you look at it straight away, Joel Boga look at the script and what they call it finting straight. So now I get you the test, the number of, I will get you 24 or 27 pages test. So now you look at it straight, you just fin one time. And finting is not an excuse for you to not be graded. Anytime you fit, it don't be you excuse for that test though. Forget it. So that you see it straight, you say here, you know, during the days when we were in school, and you know, when we were in school, so now when the test very hard for you, tell the teacher say you're sick, so that you will excuse you and give you makeup. That makeup you're going to give you, that means you have already prepared for the test, because at the time you're bringing out test, you're not too prepared. So the only excuse you can give is to say you're sick. Then when you go on that, you go and study. You get ample time to study now. Then you come back. Those are some of the excuses that we used to give. And so any student would have what they call finish. All right, so there's a right here, and they got a finting test. The finting test, and they tell how you say, you know, well, you get fit. Anyway, we're getting there. Anyway, let me say what's up to all of you. It's great joining us. This is a weekend, and we are going for the weekend. And we think that we will certainly get there, and no matter what the circumstances are, Liberians are great people, and I love you all. And I thank you so much for your support that you have given over the periods. And thanks so much for the confidence and that you have in us. And it has always helped our country. And I think it will really help our country so that we can move on as great people. We can only love each other and move on with our lives. And no matter what it is, we are certainly getting there. Right? Good. So a lot of things are popping up. And I would just like to share with you on them. A lot of things are popping up. And everything that's popping up, they are happening according to what we said or what we had envisaged. Were Boakai to win. What would have happened? Those are the things that are happening. The man who said that he will hold people accountable, he hit the ground running with corruption. Cummings, who said he wanted to come rescue this country or fix the country, fix the country or retire suffering. Okay, retire suffering. What happened at that protest? 70K lost to the officials of the retire suffering protest. The men who said they come rescue, 350,000 was consumed by them. They ate that other money. They rescued. So at Cummings, retire suffering protest, 70K loss from there. For the rescue mission, the moment they pass, we put them there. 350K already gone. The first ever tax of the national legislature. They're not looking into the past government. The first corruption saga that hit the national legislature, it does not come from where, it comes straight from Boakai until it is now at the lower house. The first corruption saga. And why did they go there? Because accountability is lacking. Suspicion is there. You can see it clearly. So the first thing that ever hit the legislative flow is the issue of accountability. And these are some of the issues that we are talking about. So are we really serious about this? We told you that it was not about you, it was about them. The first time we ever heard about it. The first one that happened, it was during the course of the election, prior to the heated aspect of the election. Retire suffering, 70K went in the pockets of people. Today, it went in thin air. We've just gone 350K went straight into the pockets of officials of Unity Party. But they are telling you that people are sweeping in the streets and they are supposed to volunteer their services. How it would have been okay enough to call together those volunteers who are clear the street for inaugural purpose, to tell them, say, look, though we are intended that you're going to do this, that is what we have for you people. Some of the individuals who gather people for this volunteer purpose, they are doing their own thing and giving money to the volunteers to have them prepared. I was just coming and right up here when I saw my friend Joseph Boakai, he was there trying to put together the volunteer and finding something for them, taking something at least to just find them something for them to go. These people, they live in the street, and of course, they just clearing the streets. They ain't get anything, but 350,000 is given to people to pour into their pockets, and they ate all that money. We had even thought it was government money. Well, no, it came where Boakai took it from. We don't know. The first corruption case to be investigated to hit the national legislature, it came from Unity Party, first ever, and it came from the inaugural related issues. So you are inaugurating corruption because on the day of the inauguration, issues relating to inauguration, you are now inaugurating corruption, meaning you are putting corruption in office. For the fact that that money was eating around corruption and was inauguration, any corrupt activities that unfolded during the week of the inauguration, it is an inaugural act that was intended to now introduce what you are now inaugurating. You are inaugurating corruption. And on the day that inauguration was held, that Joseph Boakai fainted, we raised this question about his health condition. You are inaugurating a sick president. You see, some of these things we talk it over and over and over and over and over and over. People don't get it, but we are getting there. And for me, you know, and I don't know. this country is an interesting country, and I always tell you people. And people don't understand. For some people, even if Boakai should steal, they will prefer Boakai stealing than we are. The how people doing. Whether they will not benefit, they don't want to know. The idea they never wanted for Owia to steal or Owia to eat money. So even if they say everybody that roll, they say the other royal will better the other royal steal than the other royal. Though that means they're not against stealing, but against the person who's doing the stealing. You see, that's the difference. People are not against corruption in this country. They are just against the people doing the corruption. That's all. They are not against corruption because they themselves, they are corrupt. So as a result, you will see people defending Boakai. Meaning, they are not against corruption. They have never had issue with corruption. They say, why it should be Koji in power? Why it should be people like we said, why it should be the kind of people that stealing? Because they claim that everybody's stealing, right? Why it should be the kind of people stealing? They're not against stealing. They're just against the people doing the stealing. Finish. And that's why you are sensing now in this country. They are not against corruption. They are not against lavishing spending. But the person doing it that they want to get problem with. So as a result, don't think that you will hurt them even if they saw this other person doing it. And I like to look at him. And until you say I did sociology, I know about human behavior pattern. I know why he must. And I like to study things beyond. Now they want to learn class. So now you go online, do your own research. So now listen to some of the learned professors just to continue your course and continue your studies. You will get to understand why people behave in certain form and manner and what do they aim to achieve? Because sometimes you will not understand it, but they got an aim. And you think they vex? They're not vexed. Who told you people then they vex with Boakai? Who told you? Look, once they believe that the people whom they never wanted to see stealing, that they quote unquote call stealing, the people, what they call, they are satisfied with it. They are satisfied. Their aims achieved. Do you know that there are people who go to school? They're not going there for the degree. They're not going there, let me say sorry. And you go to school to learn, go and work, and then impact society. Some people just won't achieve the status of saying, I get a degree. They don't get time. Whether they get job, they ain't get job, they ain't get time. So meaning their aim is to just get a degree. Right? So you go to school, learn, do X, Y, Z, blah, 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 to go and work. The man who is in fact, there are some old men who sometimes, in fact, they're already old. Here is that you find an old man who's around 50 and he's staying in university and going to school. You think what are you going to school for? To go do what thing? He just want to achieve the status of saying I get a degree. So what a job in this country or what about now you're thinking he don't care about that. Because his aim is different. Every one of us will get different aims. Other people may be vexed with the CDC government because their lives not improving. And they personally, they may think that these people are corrupt and they're against corruption. So as a result of those kind of people, when they see other people come there and do the corruption, they will still get vexed with those people because that is not what they wanted to see. Why other people are saying that, no, for me, I'm against corruption. I just against this man doing the corruption. That's all. So as a result of that, that kind of man, he's thinking. So you think corruption will make that man vex? No. He just want to see different person there finish doing the corruption. He doesn't want to see this other man there doing the corruption. That's why we are. People get different aims they intend to achieve as a result of a cause. So for those people, you will struggle with them in the community. You will really, really struggle with them. If you think you breaking their conscience, you lying to yourself. Because there is no conscience there that against corruption. That conscience that was there, it was only against individuals doing corruption and not corruption by itself. So those kind of people, you think will break their conscience, you think you will make them to feel bad? They will never feel bad. If you think that they don't want you to make them feel bad, you lie. Yeah. You know, these things happen, and you will look at it and will continue to educate you about society, and those are the issues because all our behavior pattern runs into politics. Social variables play a major part in politics. That's why politicians, they can play some social, because sociology is what? Connections, dealing with a group of people, understanding people behavior. And so what? politicians got to understand your behavior pattern, and the only way they can use it against you to ascend to power. So politics cannot survive without you understanding sociology. Without you understanding the social narratives of the community, of the society, how people think, what do they prefer, how do they interact with one another. You got to know all of that before you can carry a political message to them. If you don't understand it, you can't survive through politics. So politicians are people who read the behavior patterns of people. So people may not know some of these things, but again, we are certainly getting there. We'll continue to teach you or lecture you or share with you the ideas we've got on these things. This life, there are a lot of things happening already as we speak. And I must tell you that I'm very happy. You know, this morning I was telling a friend, and I told a friend, I said the country is very small. Some appointments the president is making, it will make some of us to think somehow. Or, you know, sometimes you want to see your friends on the other side, and sometimes, because we are all human now, we get soft heart. So you see your friends on the other side, they are into a position, maybe they're counting on your support, they want to see SYZ, and sometimes you think that what you do will hurt them, and sometimes you want to be careful because you care, but then so much you want to be careful. So some of the appointments, when it comes out like that, then you can check, then you say, but the other one, how will I already move with it one year now? Because the person they put there, and the president is somebody whom I get high respect for, and the president is a friend of mine, and we have come a long way. The president is a respecter of my opinions and everything I've ever rendered. So sometimes you want to think otherwise. So like last night, when I was reading out, and people may have some ideas. So when they announced, and Kula Fofana and myself, we've come a very long way from Truth FM days. In fact, our Truth Breakfast Show page, she organized it because they had a Truth FM fan club and so forth. We are always being in touch. Even at the law school, despite my political narratives here and there, she meets me, greets me, and she's just this kind of happy person with me all of the time. She doesn't have time. There's no political beef between us, despite her having a side. So the minute she was announced as presidential press secretary, something pricked to me, and I said, wow. And here is a lady whom I have great deal of respect for, and I think she will be counting on every support from everywhere to make sure that her job is easy, and then it works up. So I was like, you know, we are all humans. Sometimes you want to think again and say, no, for this person's sake, and I have to really, you know, sometimes you want to. We are all humans, and nobody can take that away. We are all human. So while I'm confused and thinking about that, then boom, Joseph Boakai brought the real people that I want to see and made me to get back into my real AB mode and forget and disregard whatever relationship or respect, whatever it is, not disregard the respect, because the respect is still there. We both respect each other. And I could have for fun. I may say congratulations to her. And it just made me to just say, okay, good, brilliant. This is where we are now. So what we're going to do now is very simple. President Joseph Boakai on late yesterday evening announced and was published on the E-Mansion website. I'm sorry to all of you that I did. Anyway, it was the list that somebody shared with me. I did read a list. Also, this time now, whatever we'll be reading, it will come from the E-Mansion website. And I trust all of your sources that you've been giving, but this one, you really misled me on it. And I think I can't continue on this path. So we'll now visit the E-Mansion website to get information from there. Because what I understood is that these lists that are coming up, the people fighting against each other, they're preparing their own list to put pressure on the committee or put pressure on the paper to announce them. So as a result, they will publish their own list so that the reception from the public out there will make it a look like the public saying, you want to change it high again, that kind of thing there. That's what they're on there. They're fighting among themselves. So some of those lists that you see them putting out is not coming from opposition. It's coming from among themselves. They are preparing their own list and putting it out and putting their people there, all the kind of thing to say, oh yeah, that position is all the kind of noise they're on. So we got to be careful with the list that they will be publishing now. Let's go strictly according to Kula Fofana in her alert that every information that will be published will come from her and it will be signed by her and so forth. So let's respect that. That's the protocol now going forward. So yesterday evening, and I got Nancy and say, so what? Don't let that deter you. No, that does not deter me. It's not deterring me. Yeah. And so I think we are getting there. Oh no, actually I must admit that's the humor part of it. It really played on me. And I was thinking, I said, oh, my sister, she's up there now. And of course, I'm very happy that she ascended to that position. And yeah, we are very much happy. And I look at it. But again, I got back in my Wiko Zigo when I heard that Jeremy Pia was announced as information minister. I said, correct. I'm ready. You know, I will come to 2 appointments and I will tell you the strategic aspect of it. But Pia, not knowing, you know, Pia then were insulting people like us. I remember the last time when Joseph Boakai was sick and he took him to the EAWA hospital. I broke that news when I was staying in Buchanan City, Grand Bassa County. In fact, I was on radio Ablije TV, Ablije radio. I was on that radio when I broke the news there that Joseph Boakai is not well. People in Buchanan were insulting and doing all kinds of things. Only for the Unity Party to come up with list late in the evening. With a release late in the evening. Then on their class reloaded, Mo Ali. You see, these are the people. Let me tell you something else. When people think that they can insult people and whatever it is, it will not go free. These are the reasons for which the AB is the AB and AB will remain the AB. That's why you don't even know some of these things. They plus us. And I will not do anything on the basis of prejudice. No. We'll look at their work, we'll assess their work, and we'll push them. Jeremy Pia was brave to come insult me, calling me all kinds of names. I used to play, I used to listen to him. Not only that, all the thing, 100 Jeremy Pia, who is even currently since the announcing Jeremy Pia is begging people here to go credit card for him, to go credit generator to put to his house. Jeremy Pia, they're very broke. These are people that are very broke that he didn't want coming here. Jeremy Pia, who used to sit down as minister of a crazy position that you are having now, the presidential president, you will be sitting down up Benson Street or some kind of store used to be down in the Lemony stay there, used to be crediting there, all the kind of funny life they used to be living. They are now coming back because they were not enjoying no life. They were insulting people like us. When we were speaking the truth, they were insulting us. Me, 2 Bassa people now that in my trap, Delon and that of Jeremy. Me, I will say that one clearly. Delon and Pia. I know why. And I will continue on that path. Pia has now come in to help. Thank God he's sitting at the Ministry of Information. Let's see. Let's see how proactive the information arm of the government will look like. You think shut down? We're waiting now for you to see whether you will shut down Freedom FM. Put Pia there. I am ready now. Correct. And I'm telling you, you know, yeah. The moment they announce Pia, I say, correct. I'm ready. I am in full readiness. Not to say negative thing about Pia, but Pia will feel the heat of the deception and lies that they threaded. They sat on their program, insulted people, lie on people, XYZ that he the one now more come and sit down. Then people must be able to take tongue. Come sit down, Pia. Come sit. Come and sit. I like that one. I like that one too good. And we are certainly getting there. Pia, come and sit. Come and sit down. Come and sit as information minister. Come and sit. You have to confirm that Mayor Clay. There are some dirty things I know about Pia. Will come up. Not now. Let him come now. And if he rude, he can be arrogant and rude on people and be misbehaving all over the place because of their job business and why they were insulting us. You will feel the heat of it. And I'm ready. Pia, I'm not hungry like you. That's one thing. I did not depend on government job to build house or whatever it is and live the life I live. That's the difference between you people and myself. You can live outside of government. No. So these are some of the things. And unlike you people, your whole life you live in this country that only government job you can put, you get credit to the Liberian people who go on the land, stand there to vote, and then you're taking their money there, eating it. The only way you begin the kind of people you are, and you come in to become it again. There is nothing else you can say outside. Your education has never helped you. My education has helped me outside of government. Your education has never helped you outside of being liability. You have never, all of you, most of you, all of you, you are social liability, including the Joseph Boakai. He's a complete liability on this country. Outside of government job, Boakai cannot point to anything. Even the elevation of his life today is the highest seat in the land. He has been a total liability on this country until he was go to his grave. The highest holder of liabilities on this country is Joseph Boakai, because other people, they work in private sector. Like you look at Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, they will say she worked at World Bank, she worked IMF, they get a different job than they did other people. But Boakai owned a whole life. There is nowhere outside of government that he had ever worked. Boakai whole life, that liability on government, 100%. At least you look at AB, you say AB used to work as a journalist in the private sector. Even if you're going government, you say, yeah, AB had his thing, you were in the private sector before you did SYC. I don't care about it. And my school, my education has helped me outside of government. I'm not a glitch. And I will demonstrate to you in the 6 years that I don't, and I had never depended on government to be to where I am. Maybe what you can say is advocating on the rise of, on the fighting for our people. And I must appreciate all the diaspora Liberians who can call me and say, AB, please send your number. We'll do this. We'll do that. Are the people there? These are the people. And I said it now in government, what they call, these are people who do their money. They sweat hard and then they get ready to say, AB, keep up the great work. Today, even at this Freedom FM, my boss man things now, he say, we're moving. And I pressure him one day, say, Chief can't do SYZ, because, you know, the Bible has always said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all other things are for the right. But I have another side of it, but of course in the same version. It says, seek ye first the impartation and contribution to your country, and all other things shall follow. So people like us will believe in that. We're seeking first the impartation of our country, the kind of impact we can make in our country. There are people who appreciate us. There are other people who will not appreciate us. And rather say, right, there are people who care about what we do. They will come to, and a lot of things they do, we appreciate it. It's important. People that appear there, they got anything outside of government and what they got. No, he's a total liability, another emerging liability who will step in the shoes of Boakai. Appear. No, I mean people whom you can look at and say they didn't get any other job that they have done outside of government. To say they provide consultancy on this side, and this is what happening, this is what they have done. They are in the teaching professions and so forth. They are trying to raise some revenue for themselves. Like, no, not some of them. You don't find that. These are liabilities on country. And the liability in chief is Joseph Boakai. Liability in chief, Joseph Boakai. That's him. But when people sit down and they say these things, especially when we come to this, and we decided to say, look, we will go strictly into advocacy journalism. And for you to become an advocate, you must be selfless. You must not be greedy. That's why you see most of the advocates you find in this country, they're quick to die down because they do these things, elevate their advocacy only for people to buy them, then they shut up. And like that, you kill the purpose. You kill yourself. You kill yourself. So people like us, we are here to make sure that we look at what the country is all about, right? So for Pierre, I just warning shot I fire to him. I don't get time for him. The real thing I'm coming to tonight before we can close. You know, the country is an interesting country. We'll open your eyes to plenty things. Yesterday, we opened your eyes to the line that Delon did. Today, all on social media, some people went for a 2021 asset declaration. How much he's saying? So everybody doing it now and they're tracking Delon lies. They're tracking your lies. You can now see it, right? Everyone is now tracking his lies that he made yesterday that I just highlighted. And that's the kind of work that we do. We just highlight issues and then you make your own research, follow up on it. Maybe we're lying. It's possible I could be lying. It's possible that I could be lying. So you go do your own research. And then you see what I'm lying. Or maybe you try to elevate a debate. You may even have better information than I do. Maybe I'm just passing over it. You have better information than I do. So, you know, we think for sure those are some of the things that you can look at. So let's come to the issue of the latest appointments. I'm not too much in depth into these appointments. I haven't come there yet. Because there are certain way I want to look at those appointments, but I still want more bash and, to come up. But let's look at the latest appointment. I said 2 I was talking about, right? Honorable Joseph Human Boakai, our president, my able president. Me, I say able president, and I say you're not able, my able president of the Republic of Liberia, who is very capable enough to move this country forward, who has come as a savior, and in whom I believe so much that he's going to demonstrate everything he has said, because he's a man of his words. Thank you, Papa, Mr. President. Thank you for everything that you are about to do for this country. Thank you for the enjoyment that we're about to enjoy. Thank you for the laughing that we're about to laugh. Thank you for that other fire. I will never thank you, but I will pray against the fainting that we're supposed to faint. I will pray against that one. But I will tell you, thank you for the enjoyment we're supposed to enjoy. Thank you for the laughing we're supposed to laugh. And I pray against the fainting that we're supposed to faint. That one, I pray against that one there. So, we all know, and let me be clear on it, that even from my days from Truth FM, I was one of the persons who believe strongly that the issue of the War and Economic Crimes Code was not necessary for now. Though I told you people that my own brother was killed by a guy who exists today, I can see. The one that are next to were 4 boys. We were 4. Now we are 3. The one that are next to, he was killed by a guy who lives today. That one part of battlefront, I say he went and killed the guy. And I know him. You think the kind of people would sit down, what they call, these are things then that we look at, we know we all feel the pinch of the war. But we are saying that our country has been behind too long. All the people came, they stay in this country, all the economy, the way they left, the whole country economy died down. Now we are talking about rebuilding our country, the issue about roads, infrastructure, electricity. We haven't rebuilt the country substantially as a result of the war. The very war that came, the thing then the war broke down, we haven't rebuilt them yet, right? Okay, these things can happen anytime. These things can happen anytime. People can account for war, the whatever, anytime. You can do that. There's no statute or limitation to these things. No, it can be anytime, right? Now, we think for sure it is very much important that we just left it. So for every time we're saying it, you know, our country needed to move forward, where we'll take money from, it will create division. And of course, there will be bitterness in the country. We don't want all of that. And people were thinking that we were promoting or supporting people like Prince Johnson. I mean, I had never seen Prince Johnson as somebody. Prince Johnson has always told me that you're not somebody who's scared of war crown coat. He said that always. That people been tying to it. He don't want me telling me that you're not scared of it. If you can, and whatever it is. But sometimes he can say it will never come. But sometimes he can tell me, say it will come. So we can be seeing that kind of thing that he can be telling me, say, oh, but again, we never had issues with it. Let me tell you why I changed. I don't just change because I think because somebody else there, my own purpose for changing. Let me tell you it today. Because you will say, and now the CAB man was in on radio, they used to say war crime code. Why AB is now championing war crimes code? Because things have changed. I don't just change for nothing. There's something that necessitates the change in me. If I change my opinion on something, there should be something that will drive that change. When during the course of the election, when war drums were being sounded, when people made visible threats, when rebels who were unrepentant and demonstrated that indeed they are men of God, women of God, they decided to look out and say, oh yeah, these people, they are part of honor, they have been rehabilitated, they have been changed by God, they have repented. When those persons came from their corners and started acting like rebel and threatening the peace of this country, and they were knocking their chests for us to remember who they were, what they did, how they did what they did, I believe that my views and opinions about being very much not receptive of war crimes code for now should be suspended. And I should now join the fray for the establishment of war and economic crimes court. The reason I added economic crimes court to it, because the United States government has come out with a series of sanctions against the outgoing government, or the former government, sorry. All people, there have been economic issues that they have been involved with, and people calling them up, and then we need a court that will deal exactly with that to either confirm, nor deny, nor dismiss the sanction claims against these people. So that's why I also support the aspect of the economic crimes court as well. So you can have the war crimes court and that of the economic crimes court. So while other people going for war crimes, we may have the economic crimes court, so that if you have claims against Magay that you know personally that he did some things that warrant economic crimes, so forth, you can take into that other court there. While Magay then going there, then maybe the legs of Prince Johnson and the rest of the other people, they are going to their own side. That's what it is. That's what will happen. And that's what I said. When I saw people die in Lofa County, when people took shotgun guns and they were willing to shoot their fellow, not just different person from different county, I mean their fellow Lufians, their tribal men, their king's men, when they were mopping them with red rock, mopping them like that, I saw the reflection of the war and think that we have not graduated simply because people have not accounted for their wrongs and been penalized. That's why people still think that they can do things and it goes with impunity. So we are fighting all two at the same time. We are fighting corruption at the same time. Corruption in corruption fight is where you find the economic crimes court. In rebellious acts that led us to war is where you find the war crimes court. So those are two, and those are the two that are affecting the country that are still existent in this country. For friends say human need to go to police station and say, because I kill for the sake of my people that had a made me representative, meaning any day anybody will kill for the sake of their people. Some people believe strongly that Senator Prince Johnson is still remembered by the majority of the people in the Gio Kingdom because they believe that they were liberated by him. People had to die. He had to kill people so that they will reward him with the Senate job. And he still enjoys that. Has he repented? Especially when you use statements such that there will be Arab Spring, their country will do XYZ. Don't threats for his boss. He has the capacity to deliver on those because he's a senator. He has money. Who knows? It may be him just saying it, but some of the lieutenants who are around him, they will take it serious. And they start going to the bush hunting people XYZ. It is possible that it is within them and it still existent. Why do we need war crimes court? It is necessary. Economic crimes court is more necessitated as a result of these sanctions that they say they have all over. So I like the fact that Nathaniel Mageo and the rest of the other people, they decided to say, look, we are championing, and Mageo has said it, Bill Traore has said it, the rest of the other folks, they are saying they are championing now the war and economic crimes court because people say they are rogues. They are criminals. So you agreed to Mageo then being sanctioned. But the sanction is not a matter that is justiciable, meaning it cannot go to court. No issue of due process. Now you're asking for the due process forum. A forum at which due process will be accorded. That will know whether the people did XYZ. Today, you celebrate a sanction, but you're against war and economic crime code. How do you do that? You support sanction. You agree that the people that are corrupt, they will say, bring a court, honor your administration because you are the most clean government ever in this life. The most corrupt government, they come on, you call it a kleptocratic or what kind of kleptocratic, any kind of kleptocratic you call it. The time is now for you to bring those kleptocratic people to account for the crimes that they committed against this country by plunging this country into economic mess. The time has come. Then you say, no, we don't want it. So who are you fighting? That's what I said from the onset of this show. People are not against corruption. People are not against evil. They are against the people who do the evil. Because when different person can endorse that same evil, you will support that evil. Because you are not against evil. You're just against a person doing the evil. So with all of that we have said over and over, our president, Ambassador Joseph Yuman Boakai, has decided to tread a path that shows signs that he's not ready, one, for the fight against corruption, two, for the establishment of the World Economic Crimes Court. Two things Boakai has said, and we should tell you people that he's not ready. When Boakai was announced as winner, the first statement that came from Boakai more when they asking questions say, now that you have won, what assurance can you give the Liberian people that will indicate that you come to rescue them? What Boakai said. I highlighted that on the show. If you can forget, don't forget. Boakai's response was very simple. He said, now we'll sit down and review why team prices are up. Boakai were running campaign, they were telling the government, SYZ, blah, 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 team prices are up, the government not supposed to treat people like that, team prices not supposed to be up, blah, 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 right? Because they knew the solution to the problem. They already knew how it's supposed to be, and how this government, the former government was very heartless. But immediately upon winning, Boakai tone changes and tells people that they will sit down and review why team prices are up, then they will see what they can do with it. Oh, so you didn't know all of that, why it was happening, and then you were there lashing at the government that now you want to review. The next thing that Boakai comes to now to tell you that things will not change. Now, why I pinpoint that I want that day to tell you that things will not change, because when Boakai reviews it and believe that, oh yeah, I think we are then we're realistic about the prices. There's nothing we can change about it. The economic situation, Boakai will not change anything because he was lying to you, making you to believe that whatever we are then were doing, they were just heartless. There were no basis of tin prices going up. That's what he said. And he changed his statement on that day after he was announced. Granted. The next place he placed out on it is the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court. There were other words that he mentioned the war. He mentioned it in a scheming manner. Listen to what Boakai said when it came to the War and Economic Crimes Court. He said, we must accordingly reset. That was a speech that I don't know whether he reached to the part of the speech that day, but it's part of his speech. I don't know. No, he didn't reach to the part of this speech that day because the real meat in his speech was buried in the pages that he fainted on. Because you know that when he say them, people would not hear that was supposed to say, it better come from a mouth. Because the real meat of Boakai's speech is in the ones that he did not read. The real meat are there. They are right there. So, and Boakai said this, right? He said, we must accordingly reset the fight against corruption and impunity to demonstrate firmness and resolve, right? He said, we have decided to set up an office. You're listening on the issue of War and Economic Crimes Code now. He said, we have decided to set up an office to explore the same thing he said about team prices after he won. That the same language he's preaching when it comes to the War and Economic Crimes Court. But Boakai won the War and Economic Crimes Court. What were they thinking? Were they not thinking that it was feasible at the time, especially when we went at the UN General Assembly and told the whole world that he doesn't think that it's feasible now, especially when the country is driving on peace pattern? They were pressuring and saying, no, we are trying to escape away from the War and Economic Crime Court. They went and paid people to lobby. The Sylvester Grispe, who is in the office of Joseph Yuman Boakai as his Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, he was the head of those people. He had his Renaissance office here. The 180,000 they decided to give to the lobbyists out there. Sylvester Grispe, who sits with Boakai today, they collected that money and lobbied to have all the negatives against the CDC. The CDC did not want an economic crime court. The Sylvester Grispe, they were doing that because they believed that Prince Johnson, who have had huge chunk of votes given to to George Weah, they needed to target Prince Johnson so that Weah could surrender Prince Johnson to hurt the Nima people. They were doing all of that all through those periods. They targeted Prince Johnson. The Sylvester Grispe, they were sitting there today. They are preparing these things, and you're hearing them that they are now telling you the same statement Boakai made when it comes to tin prices and say we'll sit down to review how tin prices are, then we'll know how to tackle them. That is the same statement he made when it comes to the War and Economic Crimes Code. That is what he said. He said we have decided to set up an office to explore the feasibility. The same statement, that word feasibility, is the same feasibility that was used by Boakai when they asked him about how things would change in Liberia. He said we'll sit down, we'll review. That revision there is to look for feasibility, to see how we can tackle the issue about tin prices, to know why they are up, then we bring it down. If it is feasible, we bring it down. If it is not feasible, the prices will remain the same. That's the same review process that he brought to this level and said, we will look at the feasibility for the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court to provide an opportunity for those who bear the greatest responsibility for war crimes and crimes against humanity to account for their actions in court. An estimated 250,000 of our people perished in the war. Granted, we know that. We cannot forever remain unmoved by this searing national tragedy without closure. We should find a closure to it. So we'll find an office and see the feasibility. Go on. We shall seek advice. You're listening now, right? Yeah. Boakai, you are already aware that you're supposed to bring War and Economic Crime Code. You're beyond we are all over the place. You have set up your everything and understood the essence of this War and Economic Crimes Code, understood the necessity of this War and Economic Crime Code before you started pushing it on we are government. But because Prince Johnson was there at the time, you didn't care about feasibility. You didn't care about review. And in fact, at that time, you were pushing it. The reasons that gave me a change of mind to support War and Economic Crimes Code were not existent at the time, but you were pushing it. And we were pushing against it. We said it was not right. The country was on peace. We're thinking about peace now. We'll do it subsequently. But for now, development matters. People's livelihoods haven't really changed substantially. We needed to focus on these things and see whether people are a bit more at a bit more comfortable position. Then we can go for that. We were saying it. You didn't see it at that time. At least my own reason is necessitated by what happens in the events of the election. Your own were not like that. You didn't care about feasibility. When we was preaching feasibility, you didn't see feasibility. You didn't see it important at the time because Prince Johnson was where we are. That today now you want to look for feasibility, right? And you say you will seek advice. From where? Now listen to this. So it's very much important that you study these things. When leaders are speaking, listen to the tricks in their statements. What they were saying then and what they are saying now. We seek advice. We will seek advice and assistance from the office of the United Nations Secretary General, right? From the office of the United Nations Secretary General to ensure that the court, if found feasible, that means even if the man gave you the advice, Boakai has told you if the feasibility exists, right? That feasibility aspect is left with the country to determine that. So even when you to seek an advice, and you know advice is something that you can either accept or not put into play or effect, right? Advice is just as, it's not a mandate. The moment you're seeking advice from somebody is rather you take it or you don't take it. So advice is not as strong. You can become an advisor to me. Anything you tell me, I rather take it or I reject it. It's not something that is firm and binding on me. So you're saying they will seek advice from the United Nations Secretary General to ensure that the court, if for the second time he uses feasibility, if feasible, will be in compliance with the highest standards of similar courts everywhere. That means if the court is feasible, you will seek advice from the man. If the man even told you, say, the court should be established and so forth, then you say, if we see it feasible, that advice we're seeking, we only want to seek it to see whether it is a standard that can be formed with any other court in the world. But the feasibility aspect of it is left with us as Liberians to determine that. So he continues. He said the legislature will have a say appropriately in this matter in order to avoid any appearance of vendetta or witch hunt. That today now Boakai mentioning the word vendetta, witch hunt, all the kind of things. You see, people and their tricks, they will always play to deceive you. The inconsistencies, you can see that. Me, I like to read people's statement and analyze it and comprehend it and then explain it to you and break it down. Because they want is expressive. And let me show Boakai. That they campaign for war and economic crimes quote is something that may hold your government for months. Because the election time, the thing that happened during the election, it proved that we need a war and economic crime quote. It's enough for you to say. Even our lawmakers, let them get ready. Thank God the less of McGill who involved with alleged corruption issues and things, they championing it and say they want to have their day in court so that they can go account for the wrong that they did. And are stealing that people say, quote unquote, they did. They want to do that. So now we are getting there. That one is not left with Boakai to do. But guess what Boakai smartly did? Because he's using feasibility, he wants to go away from it. Boakai appoints Councillor Cooper Kra as Justice Minister, Designate, Republic of Liberia. Cooper Kra is the chairman of Prince Johnson's party. Cooper Kra is former minister in Weah's government. The very government they say they want to fight corruption against. You see why Boakai is not serious. He want to play fun out of people, but that other fun is coming. You know why? Do you think Boakai really serious to fight or bring up the issue of war and economic crimes code? Do you know the role of the justice minister? You don't know the tricks of these people. And we will tell you, name was up. It was confirmed. But there was pressure that must have come from Prince Johnson to say, no, we need a Nima man there. And not just an ordinary Nima man, we need Cooper Kra. So let's agree Boakai was serious about the war and economic crimes code and so forth here and there. You wanted to take up Jonathan Massacre and then preferred a Nima man. What happened to Tiawan Gonglo? Tiawan Gonglo is on record of leading the Liberia National Bar Association into a protest for the establishment of war and economic crimes court at the time he was president of the bar. That man believes in the war and economic crimes court. And you may take away anything from Tiawan Gonglo. But on the issue of that, you hardly hear his naming thing there and there. He's one man who's very friend. He's a Nimba man. If Boakai was serious to fight this issue of war and economic crimes court, Tiawan Gonglo, who is one member of the alliance, who have been preferred as well as justice minister. You think, look, let me tell you something. I told you all that we have reached a place in this country where nobody can deceive us as Liberians anymore. Our eyes are now open. Our eyes are now open. We are very smart. Every move you want to make, we feel knowing why you're making no moves. Are you very serious to fight? Are you serious for the war and economic crimes court? I think we should start bracing ourselves now to say, you know what, Boakai, you will bring the issue of the war and economic crimes court. But we're not serious for accountability. Do you know now that even in the police, there were officers that were dismissed immediately upon Boakai when all of them now wear uniform, they don't go back beyond Gregory Coma. They gone back there. They were dismissed through the system. They decided, you see, these are some of the things. Even at the NSA, there were NSA officers who were dismissed, or because they were with Prince Johnson and so forth here and there, these guys have been reinstated upon. You see some of the things we talk about. Are these people really serious to fight? Oh God, these people, look, let me tell you something. You were just hurting your head for nothing, but there are certain things that they did not fool us about, that they will do at all costs. They were not fooling us. Maybe they were fooling you people, but they were not fooling us. They will do it. They will establish that court. And we hear, they will establish that court. We are looking for suitable timing, and it will be a sustained protest. That they should get ready to bring their police and whatever, and will never rest and leave off the streets. We will get money, we'll sleep, we'll do whatever we can, and nothing must be done. And we, people will want it. Because we believe that people lost their lives during the election. Do you know how they are going to be caught up? Because the very people who did it are the ones in power today. Like Queen Johnson there, going to police station, the same people using police officers who align with them to free that lady. Today she passing around scot-free. Then you say you don't want impunity. Impunity has already started on your regime. Look in Lofa County, the guys who murder people, they kill people. They were arrested today. Your impunity on your watch. You're letting them go free. No, you want to prosecute them. Then you say you want to fight. Look, you will fight it at all costs because We all are now injured by those things, and we'll see to it that it works. That the people in Lofa County playing fun. They're not able to rally real protest and jump in the street and go to places. All these institutions that have to do with justice and so forth, grab them and torment them for complete 1 week. Store activities. So that they will come to their senses and know that we are not crazy. One life can just go with nobody accounting for it. Now because it is their government, while on their way coming to power, that did it so they can go free. You see the kind of thing that happened in the country. You think you here to come? Just tell us, oh, yeah, we are kind of one, yeah. We will, and thank God, we are hearing from our lawmakers. At the lower house, on our CDC get enough numbers there. We can plead with them. We can talk to them. That debate can be raised in the national legislature for the establishment of the War and Economic Crimes Court. At the Senate, thank God the ascension. Most of those people are there. And some of their top guys, it makes sense as well in this country. We are going to have that court. The timing. So if any investor want to come your way, because the country is certainly on a time bomb, there are series of protests and things that will be staged if this government plays fun. Series of protests and things that will be in place. And some of us will be here to support it. Because we don't have any civil society in this country here. That dead people we have here. These are a bunch of useful idiots who just sit and call themselves civil society actors. We don't even trust them. Because I know where they stand, their positions. There's certain people I don't get respect for in this country. If it were not for people like us in this country, the country going what? Because the bunch of people that you see in this country, you call them civil society actors, they are nowhere around. They think that Boakai can put in a speech here, can play around, and think he can fool anybody. Boakai, you know, you took over this country to lead, and you will lead. Even if you don't want to lead, you will lead. Even when you're fainting, you will lead. Even when you're sleeping, you will lead. The leadership, the how you look at you, they put you there. And the how they want for you to lead us. What kind of capacity you in whatever you will lead until yourself give up and say, no, I'm not able. But once you haven't said, I'm not able, you're not spare able here for all to really see that real able sparing it, you will lead this country. According to our dictates, not to the dictates of your minority people whom system aided them to cheat and brought you to power. And in the name of peace, we Liberian people in majority decided to let it be. That peace, you will lead us through it. We'll see who is in charge of this country. The day the real protests come out, at the time you will see numbers. And you say you got numbers, that the time you will see real numbers. That thing that you will be doing is small. The day the real one starts, you will see numbers. You will know how people are angry in this country. And I will be in the position to drive that advocacy through the media campaign. KOK, Austin, Abu. We have the capacity to do that here, man. We are men. It doesn't have to even be AB. I can even say that KOK, one can rally people in the streets. Because the issue about doing that is out of sincere thought. The minds are just clear. We're not lying to anybody. The necessity is there. Your American people that you rental down there, they say they want it. And how y'all doing? I wanted the American people to sanction people because they were now trying to put Prince Johnson on. And how y'all decided to sanction Prince Johnson then because the government was doing business with Prince Johnson and using political thing and pay for play, all the kind of thing. And why y'all, and they see American people want Grace Bay, and Grace Bay in the office of Boakai now today. He was leading all the lobbying thing and passing around, set up special office for lobbying purpose for them to sanction people in this country. We want it now. Why were you people not support it? I beg you, man. You can't even play phone with that one, sir. Mr. Boakai, Mr. President, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Human Boakai, we are right here and we are waiting for that. Let's take this break and we're going to be right back. This out and we play here quickly. We're going to be right back. Crown Stopper is proud to be associated with the show, but this one first, then we get to Crown Stopper.
Good news for Liberia. Join our team of newly established international network and investment company right in Liberia. We are currently seeking highly motivated professionals to fill in the following positions in order of professional hierarchy: Country Director, CEO, Regional Vice President, Chief Finance Officer, Human Resource Manager, Corporate Communications Manager, district business development and sales manager, marketing and sales executives, site logistic and assessment officer, event coordinators. All applicants must be able to work remotely during the first month of probationary employment. To apply, candidate must possess a smartphone, laptop, or iPhone. And please send your application to apply.acsmen@gmail.com. This is an incredible opportunity for those interested in joining our dynamic new team. Interviews will be held at the Cinco Palace Hotel on Tuesday, the 30th of January, 2024, starting promptly at 10 a.m. Successful candidates will begin their employment on the 1st of February, 2024. Don't sit there. Apply.
Okay, so go and get your job. We are looking for job for you people. Incredible and of course, credible institutions are now coming up, and you can get that there. Crown Stopper is proud as well to associate with the show. Here we go.
It's about music. There are crowds in many places. In every community, you know. Can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands for your authority. But it can't take your luggage. Crime stopper here for us. We need sector to your door. Whether you rich or you poor. If you see a you must take it. I mean you check it. Do it for safety. If you see it, don't keep it. I'm about to report it. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop it for all of us. Crime stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime stopper, stopping crime and make it peace for them before. Crime stopper, Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime stopper. Crime
Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self-government, Government Samsaya.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and make it.
Yes, I love this one so much. Crown Stopper and it's right here on this very die. Call us on 0776-104-104, the weekend's edition of the show. We got more time a bit, but of course a minute, maybe applause for each person so that we can get on right here tonight on this very die. Call us on 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. The tricks and of Boakai and his team are well discovered and will continue to be as it is. We are right here on this very die. So call us on 0776-104-104, 086-500-104. Are the numbers to call. The WhatsApp lines are also open. And what are you doing? Hello.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, how are you doing? Quickly.
Yeah, this is Mark Darrus calling from Galway.
Mark?
Darrus calling from Galway.
Darrus, let's hear from you quickly.
Maybe it's a great role for representative to Sano, can't it?
No, not the one that was right here. That Sylvester Grisby run, that Maxwell Grisby ran in our area, I think so, but I think Sylvester Grisby.
Okay. Oh, okay. I thought that the one that ran for Sano.
No. Okay. All right, thank you. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. How are you?
I'm doing fine, boss. Go ahead quickly. Let's listen to you, please.
Okay, this is no more calling across on Nigeria.
Okay.
Thank you for the day, my brother. You are saying, a lot of people just want to see people not to enjoy, only them should enjoy. But they're not against bad things in the country. Anybody can do bad, but not sufficient, they shouldn't do bad. We really enjoy. We're not supposed to enjoy. The school we are going to is not important. Only the one I'm going to Harvard, Cambridge, and Oxford University.
You're right.
We that went there, our own of what we learn is completely different from theirs. Thank you, let God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. Never against stealing, but of course the one stealing, that's what they're against. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, how are you? My name is Emmanuel Kazulu. I'm calling from Banjo.
Okay, Emmanuel, let's hear from you.
Yes. Yeah, you just tell it all. Oh, we bless you for saying that. Just tell it all. I know there's a criminal police officer I know. Very criminal by the name of Sam Kawa, who
The jacket in uniform?
The jacket in uniform, same color having a uniform. Who had a plan with a Korean man?
But was he dismissed or suspended?
He was dismissed. Very suspended. He was dismissed. Same color was dismissed. After talking to you, now you wearing uniform. First of all, where they got the police barrage. The new police barrage is great. You see police put all the
I'm gonna say it's serious to fuck corruption in this country. Country here. So anyway, let's go on and thank you so much. Let me get on to this caller right here on this dial. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, hi EB, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Please go on.
I've been Friday. Don't worry. I forget to send my baby on the shower cave here. I was saying it today when I finished talking to you.
All right.
You know the market forget now. Even though you're supposed to be my son, you love what you get. You don't control the zapper. You don't control the mopper. I accept it. Okay. She's still my daughter-in-law.
I know. Thank you.
You wanted to follow, right? The Chester minister, like I say, you want to wear war crack coat or economic crack coat. Then what I had to kid do that the way in the Chester minister.
Yeah. Yeah. I just started hearing it. Other people said that people cry. I don't know. I didn't know about a rebel link. They say he was a former rebel.
Yes. If you look at the carry on door, correct to know you on your own time by your data and what?
Wow. But this is just getting to me, and I don't know. People kept saying it, but you know, that plenty of things the teacher don't know. So you're excusing for that one. All right, and so let me get on to the mom. You can call back, and I don't know how you just went off, but you can call back. Andrew. Yeah, hello, how you doing? Go ahead.
My name is Andrew. Yeah, my name is Andrew. I'm calling from Minnesota. AB, I've been on the show for a couple of times, but thank you for the topic on the discussion. AB, we are looking at the United Party people, what they said they were going to do. If they don't do it, they will be in trouble with us. They are appointing all of the people in the strategic area in order to stand for them, to fight for them, but they are lying. And one thing I wanted to bring all to your mind, so that you can come out to enlighten the Liberian people way, is that since the 22nd of the current month, and then the outgoing president, then the president over, he said something in his speech, and the other party people have not been able to come out to debunk it because they know that they are ashamed. He said they inherited.
Oh no, I'll get on that. Yeah, for Andrew, yeah, I beg you, yeah. Angela to twat, but that's something I'm waiting for, and to deal with that. I will deal with it, Andrew. No worry. Nothing passes by me just like that. No, nothing passes by me just like that. Just don't worry. I will deal with that, Andrew. All right, so let me get on to the next caller right here. Hello, how you doing? Hello. Yeah, hello, how you doing? Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Ebony. This is Lucien calling from the USA.
Yeah, Lucien, let's hear from you quickly.
Yeah, thank you for the show, AB. But AB, we've been saying the same time in numbers. We said the United Party will not be able to do anything for this country. But AB, you cannot bring the same people that were in Liberia, a poor country like Liberia, making 25,000, 18,000, 17,000, and you say you come and rescue the country. When these people, the same people were there making all these money as a salary for the month for AB. Country where we ain't got no hospital, no medicine, no road, no nothing. These simple making this money. And today these simple coming back, they're telling us that they're coming to rescue. But every what sense does that make? It make other people to even laugh at us like we ain't got no sense. Because we had these same people in front of us just 12 years ago. And today the same people coming back, they're telling us that they're coming to rescue us. They're coming face the justice system. They're coming face the police system. They're coming face the economy. You were there 12 years, you didn't face none of these things. Now you're coming back 6 years, you want to act like you will face this thing? But
we are looking at the actions they are taking for Lucien. We are judging them by the actions they have started taking to fix them. So we're not discussing their promises they made. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Hello, teacher Lai.
Yeah, hello, please go ahead quickly. Your name. No time.
Yeah, I'm Alaska Payne. I joined the conversation from India.
Yeah. Alaska, go ahead. Alaska, please go ahead, boss. Hey, sir, I don't know what's popping with you, but I hope and pray that it gets better with you, and we certainly get in there. All right, so let me see. So this is it right here on this die 0776 104 086 500 104. Wow, it's our internet just skipped off like that. Sorry, I think the fault is from here. We hope we can get you guys back on. Sorry. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good. How you doing?
This is Steve Moba Sakaman, and I call you from St. Cos's event.
Yes, Sakaman, go on.
Maybe you know, for some of us, we are very quiet and watching the Unity Party-led government, Joseph Imam Boakai, to make the point made. The time that Joseph Boakai will see and be compared to do the Liberian people work is coming. That is why we're not watching our pain. The heat. That was all how we are ahead. They said how we are on hit. They will do our heat. And let's see heavy. Have you put scoot on now that the law after television? The minister, his gross salary annually is now 1,129,000 $992. Now, every single gross salary is $129,992. Now, and God promised the people of Sociology Company that he was going to deduct every month 5,000 of Sociology Company. So, he does 5,000 for the month by 12 by 1 year. He deducts $60,000 for that was the gross salary. This week is net. This guy is a criminal, and our time is coming for us to expose all of them.
Okay, thank you. So we can hold you at that. Alaska, come on, and quickly, yeah, you are back now, so you can go on. Yeah.
Yeah, like I was saying, we don't know what women is dying away for all these things that they preach, what that he said, or doing the campaign, they promise the Liberian people, and now they are shy away from it. As if the total deception on the part of the led government. It was shy away from the warrior, going to make one code, and we are calling on the lawmakers to push it because these are things that they come from. So they implement these things that they come from teacher life. Thank you for your time.
All right, Alaska, great to have you on, my brother. Thanks so much for your contribution. We appreciate that. And I hope my mom calls back because she was in flight and in speech when that happened. And hey, go back. You can come online. I give you privilege. You know, I give you Grand Bassa privilege. I give you, maybe from the workers, no matter area they will lack Grand Bassa County. So I gave you privilege to that. All right, so you can enjoy yourself. All right, so let me get on to the next caller right here on this die 0776 104. Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, hello, Eddie.
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
How you doing? You right?
Okay. We're hearing you. Hello? Wow. Hello? Yeah, come on, we're getting you. Go ahead, boss, we are getting you.
Yes, I'm joining you this evening from Peter Residential Palace to be prepared for 4.
All right.
Yeah, it's a light. If we don't, if I make 4, if I make get towards the board of office, you was going to declare access. Also, President Joseph Boakai has not declared access. Now, you know, they cry in the prayer for the way I appointed Mabutiki, the time Mabutiki now, the man. Today, Boakai pray, Ami Moda is a Lemony man, not a Lakure man. But nobody gets down to talk about it, but even watching it.
No, but I think I think Ami Moda is on that view. What a natural food. I think the issue was questioning.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, thank you. Hello, how you doing?
Hello,
Yeah. Yeah, fine. And of course, let me get to Grand Baza County first. Then me and can prioritize Baza too. How are you doing? And email go ahead. What's up? How's everything with you?
Yes, good evening, Evie. Good evening. Thank you for affording me the opportunity to join you from Grand Baza. I'm Emmanuel P. Gobe anyway.
Okay, go ahead, Chief. Let's listen to you, please.
Yes, Ebi, I think you have done extremely well for time past, even when the CDC government was still in power. You try to provide some education and do all other things. I think right now you are like working for the United Party now. So there should be people now that will be listening to you to like grab some of your, some of your arguments and some educations and things. But we are not the one now that in opposition that will really want to stress out some of these things. Within the United Party, among themselves, they are the one that come to start the fighting. Can you imagine if the people say that they have come to rescue and they have come to fight corruption? Corruption was part of the message today that the CDC government had gone out. Today, just in Grand Baza County, electoral district number 4, the $5,000 that they talk about that the president gave to each district, they lack set up because they share it, but the portion that was given to lack up to present, the team that was team that was responsible to do all expenditure up to current, they only didn't go to any media to say they go to radio stations, but when they organized as United Party people, they went to one person house and they sat there. $1,500, less than 75 persons for the one that used that 1,500, and they said that they have submitted a report already as to how they expended the money of the president. So yeah, but the thing that they said that they came to fight less than 1 week into their leadership. Now we're getting a lot of things. So Ebi, I think it is good that you try to one
thing about corruption, you know how to fight corruption. It's just to say you say you won't kill the dragon, but when the dragon throw fire at you, you can get consumed in the fire. Like corruption do level. When you know how to fight corruption, you try corruption. When it feels swallowing you.
The people themselves, they themselves will fight man. You see positions now that how they got appointment now then made. Of the president, people were expecting something, and the expectation of them, some of them say, even murmuring now, they were not even expecting because they seem old people in the old UP.
Well, I want to come to that. I want to stay waiting. I'm not talking yet. On that aspect, I want to tell you I'm taking time with that. With the two persons I talk about from there, I consider Cooper Cra and that of Jeremiah Pia. Hello? Yeah, I'm not talking much about the other one here. I told you I will stay waiting. I don't want to talk too early. Yeah, how are you doing?
Yeah, AB, how are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, Boakai just sent a letter to the House of Representatives that Monday he will be sitting to give his speech. Is that possible?
Well, I mean, who's going to give his speech? You say what? You say he will sit to give his speech?
He said he will sit. Yeah, he said he will sit to.
Where is that communication you care to share with this class?
I will do that.
Yeah, if you can share it before the class closes, I will be able to read that. For you to say Boakai will sit down to give his speech, yeah, the idea. So they say, there is a seater. Oh, put the president in the chair, but he don't sit down there. So when the man sit down to give his speech, that problem. So we'll get a president's seat for you to sit down in the seat, not for you to stay in the seat. So when the man sit down to give his speech to the lady, what a BD now on it. What are you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, sir? Mr. William, this is Daniel. Are you far from doing this in Pomi County?
Go ahead quickly.
Yes, I called to tell you that, Boakai is really ready to work and help the country, but to my surprise today, I saw police people coming to arrest Sigari Bakato and say that Sigari has drugs in it. So I don't know what they are doing. Is that would be part of our war crime code? I don't know.
Okay. Sigari Bakato, they say they got drug in it. Yeah, they will find a drug. Trust the ability of AB. He can shake off places, and he's one person I can just take that away from. But we'll get there. Hello, how you doing? Hello? I'm not going on news. Even if Boakai ride a horse and tell us say he will sit down to give his speech on Monday, the president was elected to sit down in a seat, and he will carry that seat. That seat there, what will give Boakai in a seat, that 5 and 6, they will continue together. He will sit down in that seat to read his speech. Anybody who call Boakai to any occasion, that seat that will give Boakai, the one he will carry with him to that occasion there to go speak. We're not here for that thing on there, so Boakai will sit down here, see and speak. What's up? How's up with you? How's everything with you? Hello? Oh, let's call us. Let's up, brother. Sorry. Yeah, you can call back if you can. But why our line is just going up and on my diaspora people? You're sorry. It's not my fault. Hello, how you doing?
How you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
My name is Pastor. Just calling from Motokoro.
Okay, let's hear from you.
Yeah, getting the work and food. These people need to put out the work and food because they preach that as a political message, they do to put around food. What is it they are trying to run away from work and food? Any machine, the key our brothers making open, Nima, all that thing is so we get a ton of the work and food. It must be a must.
Okay, thank you so much. Hello, how you doing? Hello.
Hello, Eddie.
Yeah, hello, how you doing?
I'm okay. I am sir.
I'm fine. Let's listen to you.
Okay, my name is Victor. I'm joining from Kawa.
Yeah, Victor, go on. Let's listen to you.
Yeah, thank you for the show. You know, you educating us a lot. But today, I'm carrying a letter to the security edit and everywhere, so you can go through it for us.
Hello, let me do it. Man, don't be using my show to be giving your information on what you call that kind of thing in there. I don't like you. Don't try. Hello, how you doing? And hello, how you doing?
Yeah, good evening.
Don't be using my easy. I can hear using people. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you very much. It's an opportunity to be a platform this evening. Maybe that information that our judge will not be true because our senator will not be clear enough to allow the president to sit in the chamber to address the issue. I hope that information is not true. But however, to the topic, I'm afraid that investor will now come into this country because this country is on a total town bomb. The manner and form in which the Unity Party are training the investor will be scared to come and invest into this country because the proceeding is not in the favor of liberal people. Can you imagine money given for a 73 district to celebrate? It just went in a thin air. What they said, CDC was going wrong and they are protesting the same thing. It's kind of fortunate, Eddie. I hope the liberal people are listening. They are seeing what the United Party is doing. We will hold our feet to the fire. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you. And that's still no problem. Let me read this about the World and Economic Crimes Code from my own seasoned diplomat who always feeds me. He said he was not in country. I had wanted to text him because I was not hearing from him. But let me just try to read this. The president said, AB, I have been out of the country for a few months now. However, I'm back. The World and Economic Crimes Code issue raised by Boakai is a myth, as you said. There is a serious problem with it now. Alan White, who wants to ignorantly and arrogantly lead the War Crimes Court, is in Monrovia and seeking to talk to the Boakai people. This has infuriated PYJ and he's confronted Boakai. This is why Jonathan Mazakwe's name was removed and replaced with Cooper Kra's name, a crony of PYJ. As you may know, the Justice Minister is the Attorney General. Cooper Kra was forced there so that the TRC can be stored. The effort is going nowhere. Take a look at the video of Doe's torture. A guy wearing red beret is asking Doe this. Do you know me? Doe said, your face looks familiar. He tells Doe, we graduated from UL together. You sent your soldiers to kill me in Nimba. My question is, who is this guy? Take a good look. I love this right now. Brilliant. Hey, great people. That's why I love fantastic people following the show. Everybody giving information. That's the information. Hello, how you doing? Yeah.
Good evening, Eddie.
Yeah, good evening. How you doing? Let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, like the information our brother is giving us, like the president wants to sit down and talk, he like him only down and talk. For me, I want to know whether he not declare access.
Hey, like him only down and talk. Who told you? I beg you. The asset thing, yeah, that one we are staying on as well. Thank you so much for raising that. And that information the guy gave, that the communication I want to see first. And I want anybody from the Senate. And the unfortunate thing about it is that the pro tem, they have to speak. They got to send it to the speaker, because the speaker is going to preside over the joint chambers of the national legislature. So he's got to go to the speaker's office, and that will be all to know. And so there is a right here on this very day. Interesting things are happening. We're almost saying I can't address all. What thing? Anyway, we're getting the seat for you to say that. You say that. And what are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Go ahead, quickly. Let me listen to you and get a representative of people.
I got to say about the next. So the door I put it on watching it. That's what people say about that man. They have so you know me, so pain, you hear that before the way to put me. It's taking me. So they say, I can't remember you. They everything to it. Yeah, I watch it on my TV there now. So it's looking terrible.
I know. All right, thank you. Honorable Rep, I don't know whether you wanted to comment or say something, but we are certainly getting there. Boga will say that to address it. No problem. I is still the problem. The man will say that to address it. And what are you doing? So yeah, we're not. Oh, the honorable here, I don't know what is it, but of course, honorable calling in. I don't know, maybe something else he wants to say. Honorable Representative Roland O.P. Cooper, Magibi County District 1.
Yes, sir. Thank you for your recognition.
I know, Chief. How's everything with you, boss? Let's hear from you quickly. What you got to say?
The problem there is we've been crying around here for war crime court.
Okay.
There's no need when unity party are coming to power, and then we need to prosecute everyone who were part of the war crime court. It's no need to talk about and who's going to go to war crime court. Every day we have the Liberian people, you will remain.
Okay.
If you did wrong, go and then let them prosecute you. When you're right, you come right back.
You're right.
We got our former president, Charles Taylor, to the hill. And then nobody talking. So we need to do the right thing in the country.
I like that one.
Because you know the party always say they will do the right thing. So we need to do the right thing in the country.
Right.
And one of the things, the second one is that there is nowhere in our constitution or our rules that the president should sit to address the nation.
Okay.
Every 5 minutes, you need to stand. Every 10 minutes, you need to stand. When you have to stand for 4 hours, you stand, address the nation, let the people listen to you. What you will do for them and what you can do for them. Thank you.
So why is the president not to his phone not too alright? Because I know you well, but his phone not alright. You can get chance.
No, for now already, we are not talking about illness. The problem there you fit.
Okay.
To lead the Liberian people. And then you gotta be there to protect the people.
Okay.
And then do the right thing for them. Tell the people what you're gonna do for them.
Okay.
So there is no excuse that you say you're gonna sit where? We ain't got sit for you there.
Why is the carry Uzi there? You don't get sit there for you, so you carry Uzi there. What did you do about that one?
No, it's not important for us. The problem that when you get there, we wouldn't want to hear from you what you're going to do for our people. And for us, simple.
Okay, thank you, people. Thank you so much. The country is interesting. The country is interesting in this country. Then what are you doing, Wendy?
Yeah, thank you. It's a privilege. Pascal Davis.
Pascal, please go ahead, just a minute. Yeah, I don't have time.
Yeah, thank you. So I just want to concur with the lawmaker. I mean, the president has to stand if there's any law that says he must sit, then that law must be repealed 2 days before the state of the nation. Because, I mean, if you have to sit, it means you are incapacitated. In my own reasoning, because
the law says that the president must make report to the national legislature as to whether he must appear in person or whatever it is not stated. As to whether you must stand to do that or whatever.
So we have to follow other procedures. Like what we say, we have to look at. I mean, all of experiences. Whether we have had president who have gone to say. So you as a lawyer now will want to think.
No, tradition.
No,
Yeah.
maybe let's start making mockery out of something serious here. So if the president will also say to you, well, I'll be at my house to address the nation. Will you accept that? The president will say, well, I'll be taking my address the nation. We got to be serious. This is the presidency.
But I'm here to see that communication, Pascal. Thank you so much. Abby Windsor, what's up?
Hey, thank you.
Yeah.
My dear friend and brother, you have my revolutionary honor. I call you from the headquarters of the Coalition for Democratic Change.
What time are you to headquarters?
And brother, the headquarters is our home. This is this is the barrack. We always remain at the barrack, my brother. We have never neglected the place because, like we said to you over and over, that AB, for people like you and people like us, we are not regime revolutionaries. The reason why AB so the same way you stay on your radio station or at your radio station, this is the same way people also believe that the CDC will have an inevitable comeback. I still remaining at the barricade, ensuring that the gates are protected and the party is immobilized and intact. So that's why we are here at this time of hour, my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to extend my greetings to the senator. I don't know whether he's a senator or representative.
Obi Cooper is a representative. My give me District 1. He's a representative. Yeah.
I think for the very first time, if a lot of challenging to not just to continue this conversation. I mean, we need more of these kind of people because the parliament is a place where oversight and representation and lawmaking has to be robust this time around. So that we create a checks and balances and we have a very mature democracy where we don't have an imperial presidency. I'm so glad that a lawmaker will be coming out making these kind of statements that are progressive. So I don't know him personally, but I think he's sounding revolutionary. If you're listening, let him continue. I mean, there's no precedent that a president goes before the full bench of the national legislature to go and sit down. He must address the people on the issues about why he has a vision or plan to deliver for in the interest of the country. Whether on the issues about the war economic transport in our country, there's something happening here. Presidency thinks that he's untouchable work in the sacred work out. This man thinks that he's a monster that nobody can clip and win. He's growing at a proportion where he distracts over the national security of part of the country. He's recommending so many people. Maybe we got to be very careful. We having people like being influenced by the decision of Ben Johnson to allow him go around the Ministry of Justice to say that justice. If that happens, if that happens, the country is finished. The country is finished. And I've brought out the senators who are very patriotic and nationalistic are listening. You cannot give Ben Johnson the Ministry of Justice. To do that is to undermine the rule of law because this man needs to be taken to court. This man needs to be dragged to court. This man is unworkable. Man is a documented, notorious.
So why is it during a time you provide all the protections? In fact, it was his association with you that caused you problem as well. When people decided to place sanction on your government because you associated with him, you were providing protection for him. All these you're saying today. Why have you changed? Why is it changed?
The reason why Ben Johnson is where he is currently because the CDC fundamentally disagree with him. We will notice that Ben Johnson's interests are always being personal, selfish, and parochial. The CDC part away from me. Because Nigeria was so scared that if there were cause for us to do the right thing, then Ben Johnson must go. And that was very emphatic on the power of the president. The CDC is all record pushing Ben Johnson and the rest of the people who believe that this country must always be for certain interests of people who have very selfish and parochial agenda. So the CDC is on record disagreeing with Ben Johnson openly in this country. And that's why I'm saying that in my conclusion, If you make a attempt, they are listening. Closing is infiltrating and penetrating and invading the security apart of the country. The Ministry of Justice is not a small institution to be marked in the hands of other persons. We are dead. We are dead. I have a fear. We are dead. You can't go to the Ministry of Justice. We are dead in this country. This guy is notorious mafia. The last of our mafia, the last of Gaddafi, and no more. This man, justice is all. This man is the last surviving mafia. You can't get back to the Ministry of Justice. We cannot. This man should be clean. A schools of presidency cannot be. The whole economic plan we're talking about, and you go over there, we are going to make sure this time around. So what happened? You are talking about people, what happened in Lopa, what happened to all of our junior campaign person, the number of people that were killed. Up to now, we are documenting all of our facts and evidences beyond all reasonable doubt to ensure that by the time the government ready, we are going to ensure that the masses of our people are mobilized and a commandeer under the idea of for justice, so that these people will not
Thank you, boss, for your contribution. I mean, we appreciate you for that. Let me get to the WhatsApp line and pick these few calls quickly, then we can close. So let me get on to this one here quickly. Hello, how are you doing? Hello?
Hello,
yeah, hello, how are you doing quickly?
Yes, thank you, sir. This is Ali Masale, Maryland.
Yeah, please go ahead quickly, Ali. Your line is coming in very faint. I don't know why.
I'm sorry, I'm driving on the highway.
Yeah, you have to just try it. That's quick. But if we can't get it, I think before.
Right now, I'll be talking because the people look of Boakai connected to turn the tribe of Boakai to be built in peace for a horse so they can get it. They ask me this is that the Boakai knows the same people in the country, then he just send the country over to peace. There is nothing for the it's not any candidate. We already know Rita as president. If you know the president, then just to reach your place. When you look at power, the people who are only after for Boakai to reach the Rita.
Yeah, they said that the mission already completed. Adia Bolana president, we are gone. Enough. Okay. Thank you so much. But I don't think so. I still want to hardly believe that he wrote. They wrote seeking that they want to have him standing on our day and sitting down on our day. I don't know. Anyway, how are you doing? I'm yet to hear from the speaker's office. I'm trying to contact the speaker's office, and I'm yet to hear something like that. How are you doing? Yeah, fine. Please go on, Benson, real quickly.
Okay. Yeah, everything. German Prince Johnson, Prince White Johnson, is held in a church. Cannot go out on post the president and go free. I think that statement was predicated upon that this party was going to get justice benefit. And what I've always said, that's a dangerous precedent. The justice minister is the attorney general of the country. So, giving that job to Prince Johnson is a threat to the opposition. Don't be surprised. And that's correct. The person that gave the justice minister job to they are making a content instruction from Prince Johnson. Prince Johnson, you never give him the job. So it's not open for the country.
Okay. All right, thank you, my brother. We can get the William bro quickly, then I get closing. How are you doing, bro? Quickly, take us home. Sorry, let me get it in louder. Yeah.
Thank you so much. This is William Brock. Let me address the issue of the honorable man who called concerning Boakai sitting down. It is universally, it is a parliamentary rule. When you enter in the halls of parliament, you can't sit to address them. That's why even at the UN, they don't give you seat. You have to stand to address. So they left with Boakai and a group to go and speak for 5 minutes or not. The rule universally. You don't sit down to address the parliament because sitting signifies that you are in cahoots with them in anything, or you are the leader. That's why only the vice president, the speaker, and the senate pro tem, all people can say, but you, the president, you're not supposed to sit down. That's the rule. So that's the first thing. So now, if you look at the issue of the CDC and Prince Johnson and that of the World Council,
we were supposed to walk out. You see, Prince Johnson is full of a lot of demand. That's why you see how low President Weah. President Weah was the only person that stood against Prince Johnson. He said, even when I will lose the election, but Prince Johnson will not be dictating to me like this unnecessarily. A lot of people who will stand by what they believe in, even when it will cost you to lose something. That's one of the reasons why I love Weah. So people, if you see Boakai today, and that meant the looking at senior men massacre, Anthony massacre to leave from the Anthony General and Prince Johnson bringing a puppet. That is alarming. Be very careful whether it is a rescue or it is a prayer. Let us be careful. Watch out for more devastating things that are about to take place in our country, Eddie. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. And the last caller, now we go. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello?
Yeah, hello, quickly. The last caller.
Oh, yeah. Eddie, thank you for taking the call. This is Steady Line from Chicago, North Dakota.
Okay.
Well, sometimes when we make some analysis, when we see some of our political geniuses, but people don't understand. People think that you just want to say anything. But trust me. So analysis I've been making about Prince Johnson, seriously, at the end of it, that's what's going to happen. First of all, then you said that Joseph Boakai is the chairman for local defense force. Now, if you guys ask the question why all the rebels have been gravitated to Joseph Boakai, if you go back to the TRC, I said the poor name will have to go back on our list. You see, Prince Johnson, if you watch the American movies, you will eat from the American movies, the CIA, they deal with some of these criminal stuff. You know, for the criminals who are exonerated, they'll get free completely from the CIA or whatsoever, they give them conditions. Prince Johnson, I believe that Prince Johnson have been given conditions. Prince Johnson will call it tango that implicated America in the death of America. So, also war. I think America have seen this. Prince Johnson now, I believe that he been given conditions to for her and regain power to secure post on top of things of our political system. And when the more Prince Johnson have these powers, there will be no more war crimes court. If Prince Johnson go to war crimes court, nobody else will go there. That's the mission. Prince Johnson now have getting the power. And now all these people that coming into the justice system or whatsoever, all these are prospects for Prince Johnson. As I learned, the Mississippi may also play a remarkable job naked. You're going to Boakai.
No, Dr. Batina list is not up yet. No, I need not been posted yet. I don't know what has been posted.
Yes. Yeah, if so, I should tell you that the Boakai people, they have the ulterior motive, sinister motives against the Liberian people.
All right. So thank you. We can hold you at that, my brother. Thanks so much to all of you for the time. Thanks for this entire week, for the support and everything we've all held together. And we're going to be back here, God willing. And on the program Thursday issues as of Monday. I want to say thanks to all of you for your time, your support, your prayers, and everything. We'll leave this one with you. And we're doing a job for you people. So you're listening to the one here. Take down the contacts and take down all of the information right here so that you can go get a job. Thank you so much. And after that, you get paid.
Good news for Liberia. Join our team of newly established international network and investment company right in Liberia. We are currently seeking highly motivated professionals to fill in the following positions in order of professional hierarchy: Country Director, CEO, Regional Vice President, Chief Finance Officer, Human Resource Manager, Corporate Communications Manager, District Business Development and Sales Manager, Marketing and Sales Executives, Site Logistic and Assessment Officer, Event Coordinators. All applicants must be able to work remotely during the first month of probationary employment. To apply, candidate must possess a smartphone, laptop, or iPhone. And please send your application to apply.acsmen@gmail.com. This is an incredible opportunity for those interested in joining our dynamic new team. Interviews will be held at the Simcoe Palace Hotel on Tuesday, the 30th of January, 2024, starting promptly at 10 a.m. Successful candidates will begin their employment on the 1st of February, 2024. Don't sit there. Apply.